I'm Dan Kenyon. I'm an artist from Preston, Connecticut. Grew up in Rhode Island. Did my high school years in Connecticut. Went to the University of Connecticut. Commissioned through Yukon as our Army officer. And then after the military, came back to Connecticut and became a police officer. I worked that for 17 years and was able to retire early due to the art. Halfway into the career, we have a massive art festival in town where there's like 100,000 people there, and I always work security for it. And one of the vendors kind of coached me how to do stuff. So over the next year, I think I went down there with about 10 paintings, all from downtown Mystic and coastal Rhode Island, that area. And it was a huge hit. The process is drawing it out and making sure everything's accurately done. And when you have finally put the last pencil mark down on the page and you realize that you're there, the rest isn't exactly paint by numbers, but mentally I can just relax at that point because I've already created the bones of what I need to do next. I also think it's the reaction too, that you get when somebody, again, it all comes full circle to how they feel about it. When you see they reacted the way you wanted that painting to come out, that's kind of where I get the most satisfaction out of it. Regarding the poster here, they asked me to kind of capture Connecticut, and they left it up to me where we work specifically. There's a lot of submarine life going on there, whether it's families, businesses, operations coming and going. So I knew that I wanted to have a submarine in there. I'm starting to think out to the greater Connecticut area. And the only thing that would now fit with the submarine part is the sailing community, which is most of the Connecticut coastline. So this ledge light's from New London. This is one of the most famous lighthouses coming in and out of the Thames. Every person that's been on a submarine, I can't say everybody, but most of them have seen this submarine come in and out. That's when they know they're home or the last thing they see before they're leaving. So I wanted, and everybody else that lives around there that's not connected to submarines sees that lighthouse. The next part is to try to organically capture things representing the Revolution. And instead of just arbitrarily placing stuff in, I came up with the idea of just kind of doing the fading soccer print ball on the supporting sail, and then the logo on the mainsail. Sticking with the red, white, and blue colors. That's why also the ledge light submarine was a good choice, because it had that already in it. And then just trying to go from there. As somebody that's lived there and loves all of New England, you're at the greatest point to kind of go and attack all of New England and see all of it. Also, coming from someone that worked in a tourist town for almost 2 decades, everybody from New England wants to come there and be there and see what we have to offer. So I think it's definitely a two-way street that doesn't get appreciated. Maybe it's highlighted worse when there's sports involved, but I think they have just as much to bring as every other state in the area. I am okay if you pick this thing apart and you just happen to like some little obscure part of it. And I think by picking little things that you like or that you think are fun by this, it could open up something for you that you might enjoy yourself.